Hello Virgos, welcome to Souls Intersect. I have your July of 2016 general reading. So I'm going to be doing the general readings at about 10 minutes each, and the reason is that I'm going to do my best to put out a love and relationship reading for each sign as well, further into July. If you're interested in getting a private reading with me, please email me at soulsintersect@gmail.com. Otherwise, you can just book straight away, and the link is in the description to this video. I'm also posting a link to a sample past life reading. I also do past life readings, and a lot of my clients have been benefiting from getting those. So you may want to look into that as well. Okay, so Virgos, for July, as a summary of what I see here, it feels like there is something that you're trying to push forward, but there seems to be a lot of interference getting in the way. Possibly from others in your life, possibly just from some circumstances, some logistical things. I'm really seeing it's kind of, I'm getting this feeling that you have this ultimate goal in mind, and it's this 10 of Cups vision. It could be something romantic, but as a general reading here, I'm also just picking up that it could be anything, some sort of project or something like that that you want to see come to completion. And you really do have a focus on this goal. You have your mind set on this outcome. And it's showing up for you, and I feel that you will achieve this. But right now and into July, it's just feeling like there's a lot of things that are coming up to get in the way. And I'm seeing all of these arms and different people's arms, and then actions with arms, like with both the Magician and Temperance. And so I'm just getting this feeling that there's so many things to consider, and so much, it's like juggling that you have to do of some different logistical things, and trying to keep things in order, trying to keep up with things. Picking up that some of you may be trying to get some permits or something like that to do something, like if you're setting up a business that requires lots of permits, there's always a waiting period. I'm picking up on that for some of you. For others of you, it feels kind of academic related, that there's just loopholes that you have to go through. There's different kinds of paperwork and things like that. I'm also getting some sort of trainings, like different trainings that you have to do to hone your skills before you can get to that ultimate goal. And it's just really feeling like a lot of juggling to you right now. With the Five of Wands here, it feels like it definitely, the interference aspect of it is something that I do feel you're going to be focused on in July. And you may decide to make some changes in regard to interference, especially interference from other people. I'm just getting that there's people involved that don't really have a place in this. This goal, this destination that you're headed towards, is something that you're working on alone, or possibly with a partner, because we do have that partnership aspect with the Ten of Cups. And so it's yours, the two of you, or yours yourself, and these people don't have a place in this. And I'm seeing you contemplating this and spending some time, although you have so much other stuff going on, but still realizing that you actually need to spend some time deciding on how to handle this situation, this interference from other people, so that you can put it to an end. Because ultimately, although it might take some time to cut out some of this interference and to find creative ways to cut it out, it feels like it's going to eventually help things to move forward. So I just get that you'll feel that the investment is worth it, and I think some of you will know what I mean here. I don't see any of these hands as being very helpful. I'm picking up maybe one. So maybe one of these influences is actually one that you could benefit from, but most of them are not. And so it may take some weighing and balancing, and you see Temperance doing that. In this reading, I'm picking it up a little bit more as some patient juggling, kind of a back and forth. You see one foot in the water, one foot on earth, considering some of the more logistical type decisions, some of the more emotional ones, and just doing some balancing, doing some mixing, doing some refiguring of things, and trying to figure out how to get it to a point that works better for you. And I do see hope in the distance with that sun in the background there. I'm focusing on the Magician here, and I see that pentacle there, which is very much your element, central to this card. And you are really being called upon to assert yourself. I feel that this is a strength that you have, but in this particular situation, or some situations that you're dealing with right now, it could be multiple things. For some of you, it could be involving relationships or work stuff or other stuff, family even. But it feels like while being assertive is very much a strength of yours, that sometimes it can get hidden. And you're really being called upon right now to manifest that more fully. And the message is that you have all of the abilities that it takes to manifest that. And I'm picking up on a lot of solar plexus energy. So asserting your will, so without force, but also not succumbing to pressure from other people, the kind of pressure that feels like a kick in the stomach. And I'm feeling some of that. So with the solar plexus, it's a little bit like you don't want to feel like you're being kicked in the stomach, but you also don't want to feel like you're pushing things outward with your solar plexus too powerfully, because we don't want to push energies or assert too much control in a situation. We want to assert just the right amount, and temperance is coming up for that as well. It's that perfect balance. You're being encouraged to find a way to assert just the right amount of force to get your desires out of a situation. And I see you learning a lot this month. I see you learning a lot about handling things in a more, I want to say, politically tactful way, dealing with people a little bit more tactfully. And I'm getting that sometimes some of you in certain situations feel like if you're being too charming or something along those lines, that it may seem fake and you just want to be very real. But I feel like you're going to learn a little bit about how to be tactful in that way, and accept that it doesn't necessarily have to feel like it's something that's fake or something underhanded, that it is a real aspect of you, and that it's okay to behave a certain way to get things that you need, as long as it's not something that's extremely negative or underhanded. And so it's a lot about balancing your solar plexus and learning to work with it more, and learning to just learning to get what you need out of things without feeling guilt. I'm picking up some guilt. So for some of you, it feels like there's some different scales on what's going on. Some of you, it feels like a little bit more of an extreme sort of guilty feeling, asking for what you need. And that's feeling like a little bit more in the relationship realm. But it is also just about asserting yourself better and dealing with people in a little bit of a different way. And that feels like it's a little bit more in the work realm. Okay, so that is what I have for you for your general reading, Virgo. So keep your eyes out. It might be a couple weeks and I'll start to work on the love and relationship readings for you as well. Again, please email me at soulsintersect@gmail.com with any questions, or feel free to post comments as well. Thank you.